Friends, hello everyone, how are you? This is me, Victory, and I'm so glad to see you again here on my channel. Today I'll tell you about one strategy that helps me earn money, so wherefore I strongly recommend you to watch this video till the end. And in the description below this video you'll find a link to my Telegram channel where you can ask me any questions you have, and where also you'll find a link to my private Telegram channel where you can find my daily trading signals published, and where I also run my weekly marathons to help you increase your deposit from $150 to $5,000, guys. So as I said, this happens every week, so be sure to join this marathon. And in addition, if you write to my private Telegram channel, you will receive a personal link to sign up for PocketOption with a gift deposit 50% as a nice bonus, absolutely free. So this offer is very nice. And now it's time to go to PocketOption and observe. Today we're working with a Swiss franc currency pair, Japanese yen. The rate is 3.5% of the deposit. I make a decision and open a deal for a higher price movement. The bid is $300 for 1 minute. This decision was made due to the fact that during the last 2 minutes the price was held above the average line of the Donchian channel indicator. At the same time, despite the beginning of the declining quotations, the signal of the stochastic oscillator indicator hasn't practically changed, and it talks about the possible upward movement of the price. At the same time, I didn't take into account a signal of the CCI indicator due to the fact that against the background of the signal of other indicators, I considered it to be false. And what we see is that after we opened the transaction, the price decreased by several positions, and after that it began its growth and rose above the entry point into the transaction, but at the same time its growth is limited by only a few positions. After a slight fixation, the price continues its growth and reaches the upper limit of the Donchian indicator. Weak quotes slow their growth down and stop. The transaction is being completed. Yes, we earn $276, guys. A good start. As can be seen from the chart, the maximum of the last 3 minutes and couldn't rise higher. Now, based only on a technical analysis of quotations, I believe that the price will not be able to grow within the next minute. And I make a decision and open a deal for the price movement below. The bid is $300 for 1 minute again. At the same time, I do not take into account the signals of the Donchian and CCI indicators, and again, I consider them false. After opening the transaction, the price decreased slightly while there was some fluctuation. After a short fixation, a new candle appears, which also begins its downward movement. But it's also short, and as we see, price fluctuations continue. But so far, there are a favorable level for us below the entry point into the transaction, when after another fixation the price decline continued, but again only by a few positions. And there is not much time left before the transaction is completed, and now the CCI indicator gives a signal about a possible short-term price decline. The new candle hasn't opened, doesn't bring any change to the quotes, but when it starts to grow, turning to green at the same time. We're watching. Yes, and our deposit is in the plus by another $276. As you can see, the signals of the indicator before the start of the transaction is possible to grow of quotations turn out to be false. And this happened due to the growth of quotations in the segment from 13 till 50 to 13 to 51. So at the same time, the market resistance in this area of the upper limit of the Donkin indicator wasn't taken into account. It's because of such situations that I always recommend you to conduct a technical analysis of indicators with the simultaneous analysis of the quotation chart. So back to the quotes, we're approaching the middle line of the Donkin indicator and I open a deal. The price movement is higher. The bid is $300 for 1 minute. And this decision again goes against the signals of the indicators, but such situations happen. At the same time, the risk of losing the bet under such conditions increases gradually. I made this decision again based on the quotes that have been in the last 4 minutes. We have never been able to drop significantly below the average line of the Donkin indicator. And as we can see from the chart, the price came close to the middle line, after which it began to grow steadily. And this growth continues for all 30 seconds. While it tends to be upper the limit of the Donkin indicator. And new candle, at the moment it's opening, also grew, but this growth is minimal. And after that, it also begins to grow actively and reaches the upper limit of the Donkin indicator. The indicators now show possible increase in quotations, and we're not worried. We're looking. Yes, the deal is completed and we get another $276. I hope everything was clear to you in these transactions, and do not forget about the Telegram channel where you can ask me any questions you're interested in. So let's go back to the chart. After reaching the upper limit of the Donkin indicator, the quotes encountered resistance, which for the past 6 minutes doesn't allow them to grow. And I open a deal for the price movement below. The bid is $300 for 1 minute again. At the same time, the stochastic indicator doesn't show clear signals. The CSI indicator gives a signal about a possible short-term price movement below, and what we can observe. After the opening of the transaction, the price increased slightly, but when it began a steady downward movement, while reaching once again the middle line of the Donkin indicator. But after that, it rebounds and it reaches the opening point of the transaction. And when the oscillation begins, went up, went down for the entire length of the candlestick. The new candle that has opened also fluctuates with a relatively large amplitude. At the same time, its fluctuations at the same time of the rise come dangerously close to the entry point of the transaction. Yes, the completion of the transaction is very stressful. The price is fixed. It begins to decline. And yes, successful completion of the transaction brings us another $276. And I think we can sum up the results of this trading session today. So today we were able to earn $1,104 in less than 6 minutes of real time. And I have also shown in practice that indicator signals may not always show true data. And it explained that what you need to pay attention is to, when conducting a technical analysis, you need to analyze the quotes. I think you could notice that opening a deal in such a situation significantly increases the risk of losing your bets, and therefore I strongly recommend you to not rush and carefully consider the situation in general and make a decision about entering into a transaction with the minimal risks. So I recommend you to continue using these indicators, and do not forget that reducing risks allows you to make a profit over a long period of time. And our would really want you to continue trading binary options, because as we can easily see, these methods are not complicated at all. And in the description below this video, you'll find a link to my Telegram channel, as I said already, where you can ask me any questions you have and you're interested in. So guys, and in the description below this video, you'll also find a link to my private Telegram channel, where I share my daily trading signals and where I run my weekly marathons to help you increase your deposit from $150 to $5,000, guys. So this happens every week. Be sure to join this marathon. And in addition, if you write to my personal Telegram channel, you will get a link to sign up for PocketOption with a 50% gift deposit absolutely free. So this is a very nice offer. I hope that you've taken the maximum use of it. And thank you for being with me all this time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell so you don't miss anything useful and interesting. And that's all for today, guys. I wish you luck in your future trading sessions, and see you in the next one. Bye.